It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1st and 10. It's Hurts. And his first pass is incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying...
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Jerry Jeudy taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Rams on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete.
He's running.
Touchdown, 49ers. Jamar Chase, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A strong running. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. These two teams all tied after one. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Justin Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. It's brought in by Harris. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Hurts. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw again on second down, Hurts. This is the tight end, Njoku. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from him. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Herbert just beat the play clock. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught by Lamb. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA! Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. 3rd and 7 now.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Herbert throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Herbert. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 15 now. Hurts. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Herbert's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Hurts throw pulled in by Lamb. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 44, Hurts flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14. Herbert. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Obviously, a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. they had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Herbert on 1st down now. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd down and 5. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Devin White able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Herbert now. It's caught. Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. but I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that had ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Try for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the give, this is Harris. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's got this down to the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again. So you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers from 21 yards away. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Well, it looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Hurts. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And this is Hurts with it. Right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw. Herbert. Hurts over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Harris will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, it's Herbert. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Herbert. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Hey, I've just got to think to myself at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Finding Watkins, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They hand this off to Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
YBN want a thing up.